Welcome to our deep dive. Today we're tackling a really big one, social media. And we're digging into some fascinating sources you shared, which, well, they really set up this debate. Is it making us more social or actually maybe more lonely?
It's a question so many of us are wrestling with,
Yeah.
right? Feels very current. So our mission today is to, unpack the arguments we found in your sources, look at the nuances, and sort of extract the core ideas.
Exactly. Okay, so let's get into it. We've basically got two main viewpoints here, two sides of this coin. Let's kick things off with the argument for connection. Your sources really make a strong case here, highlighting how it lets people genuinely stay connected, like keeping up with family who live far away. That
Yeah.
example of the cousin in Australia, for instance.
Yeah, and what's really interesting there, I think, is how it can help people feel seen,
Yeah.
especially if someone is maybe naturally a bit shy or they live somewhere remote.
Hmm.
It opens up these spaces, these communities where connections can form that honestly probably wouldn't happen otherwise.
That's a great point. It's not just maintaining the connections you already have. The sources also talk about meeting completely new people, people from all over.
Yeah, learning new things.
Like following artists, say, in Japan, or you mentioned teachers in France. It's like this
A
window.
window to the world, yeah. Right there in your pocket, often.
Okay, but then here's where it gets, well, complicated. The counter argument in the sources paints a much less rosy picture.
Right, the flip side.
Yeah. And it poses that really sharp question while we're busy, scrolling through stories. How many real life moments or even people right next to us are we missing? Ignoring even.
And this really touches on the addictive side of things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The sources describe it vividly, people checking their phones constantly, taking selfies, worrying about likes,
Every 2 minutes.
instead of just being present in the moment. And there's that whole thing about showing off.
Oh, definitely. The constant performance.
The curated vacations,
Yeah.
perfect-looking meals. It sets up this kind of subtle pressure, this need to present an ideal version of life.
Which can feel pretty isolating in itself, ironically.
Exactly.
So if everyone's meant to be so connected, why do the sources say so many people feel lonely or anxious or, left out?
Well, the sources really pin that on comparison. It's about mindset.
Right. We're
Yeah.
comparing our messy, everyday reality.
To someone else's highlight reel.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And, zooming out a bit, there are the documented effects of too much screen time. Things like poor sleep, difficulty focusing, mood swings even.
Mm-hmm.
One source mentioned something quite poignant, I thought. Missing the days when friends would actually call.
Yeah, just pick up the phone and chat.
Instead of, just dropping an emoji under a picture, it feels different.
It really does. Okay, so we've got connection on one hand, disconnection and loneliness on the other. Where does that leave us? Are the sources basically saying, delete everything and go live in a cave?
No, not quite. Not at all, actually. I think the key takeaway, the really strong message coming through, is about balance.
Balance, okay.
It's about being conscious, making deliberate choices. That phrase they used, use it, but don't let it use you.
Ah, that's powerful. Use it, don't let it use you.
Yeah. It reframes it.
So treating social media like a tool, something we control,
Exactly.
rather than letting it become our whole lifestyle, the
Yeah.
sources are pretty clear on that distinction.
A utility, not the whole picture.
Okay, so let's also touch on some of the specific language that came up in the sources, some useful phrases.
Oh, yeah, there's some good ones. Like, spoiler alert, before giving an opinion away.
Right, like a little warning and admitting you're guilty of
Yeah.
something small.
Yeah, that felt very conversational. And that visual of scrolling through stories,
Mm-hmm.
understanding what's meant by show off, too, not just literally, but the underlying pressure.
And that idea of wanting to feel seen, that has some depth to it.
It really does. And of course, that core message again, use it, but don't let it use you. It sums up that need for, well, agency, control.
So thinking about all this, for you, our listener, where do you stand after hearing these different points from the sources? Is social media for you more about connection, or does it sometimes feel more like loneliness?
Yeah, it's a personal calculation, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if we synthesize what the sources are saying,
Yeah.
the conclusion seems to be, well, it's both. It really can be either or a mix.
Depends how you use it.
Exactly. It comes down to intention. Are you seeking genuine interaction? Or is it more of an escape, a comparison trap?
Right, because one path can build bridges, the other can definitely dig moats, isolating you.
Well put.
And I love that analogy one of the sources used. Social media is like sugar.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Sweet in small doses, enjoyable.
But too much, not so good for you. Can have some pretty negative effects.
Exactly. A little bit is fine, maybe even nice, but overdoing it.
Yeah, that's where the problems start. So hopefully, this deep dive gives you some food for thought, helps you navigate your own relationship with these platforms, maybe with a bit more awareness, more intention.
Yeah, finding that balance that works for you.